Hello, my name is Isaac Crowson and I'm the crime reporter at the Derby Telegraph. I'm outside Derby Crown Court where Anthony Dealey has just been found guilty of attempted murder, rape, robbery and assault by penetration on a woman that happened in Ilkeston in November last year. His trial heard that Dealey stalked the streets of Ilkeston before launching his attack. Judge Nirmal Shant described him as a predatory, violent sex offender. He will not be sentenced until a number of weeks while reports need to be carried out. Now we're going to hear from Detective Chief Inspector Gareth Meadows, who led the investigation.
My name is Detective Chief Inspector Gareth Meadows of Derbyshire Police. Okay, I've just come from being with the victim in this case, and she's asked me to read a statement to the press and the public following the verdict which we've just heard. My ordeal was horrendous and was something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. His selfish actions had a ripple effect of devastation on not only my family and friends, but also his own family and friends. Derbyshire Police have been amazing. I knew from the beginning that so many officers wanted to work on this case to catch this man so that no one else could suffer at his hands. I particularly wish to thank DC Fiona Wright and DC Andy McAllister for all their support. My family and friends are incredible. My work colleagues and my mum's work colleagues have been and continue to be so supportive. Most of all, I owe a huge thank you to the community of Ilkeston. So many people from the town, men who fitted the artist's impression, and I want to thank them that he was caught. All I can say is if any woman or man is attacked in this or a similar way, always report it to the police. Never be afraid that you won't be taken seriously.
So obviously you're pleased with today's verdict. What's your reaction?
Well, there's three things I'd like to say. The first is, you've just heard the statement from the victim. The victim has been terribly brave, massively brave in this inquiry. She's assisted us very much right from the beginning right through to the end, and we've all been humbled by how brave she's been. Without the victim, we wouldn't have solved this crime and wouldn't have been able to protect the people of Derbyshire. So that's the first thing I'd like to pay tribute to her. The second thing I'd like to do is I would like to thank the people of Ilkeston. The response to our media appeals was overwhelming. I'd particularly like to thank the menfolk of Ilkeston. Last November, December, we really didn't know who'd committed this crime. We needed to ask men in the area to come forward, give us the DNA and fingerprints to embark upon a process of elimination. People doing that allowed us to narrow down who the offender could be and led us ultimately to Anthony Dealey. Finally, I would like to recognise the hard work of all my colleagues. This was a massive police inquiry which took place over a 6-month period for us to find out the man responsible. It involved the detectives, the uniformed police officers out and about. It also involved the prosecutors, the Crime Prosecution Service, scientists, pathologists working hard to get the evidence to convict Anthony Dealey.
So it's been a really complex investigation. What kind of a precedent do you think this sets to women who may experience something like this in the future to actually come forward and feel that they will be listened to and that conviction can happen?
I think the words that you've heard from the victim say it all. Her experience has been that Derbyshire Police were great, and that if you are attacked in any way, then report it to the police. We will take it seriously and we will do what is needed in the best of our power to bring people such as Anthony Dealey to justice.
It's a particularly traumatic case for everyone involved, from the victim to the police and everyone dealing with it, which was mentioned in court today.
By any measure, this was a horrendous attack. It's been described as wicked, as evil. Without going over what you'll have already heard in court, the details of it are truly shocking. And what happened to the victim, an innocent young woman attacked at random by a complete stranger, very worrying and very satisfying and important that we've caught the individual who's capable of that sort of thing, and he's now behind bars.
And I know you said you wanted to thank the people of Ilkeston. What would be your message to people out and about there today?
I think my message is that they can take some satisfaction from today's verdict. What this case has proven is that when one of our own, a young woman from Derbyshire, is attacked in the street at random, that people rally round. The people of Ilkeston came forward, they gave information, they were prepared to give their DNA and their fingerprints that would help us lead to the offender. down to the members of the jury who saw the sense in the evidence and came out with the right verdict today. So it's a message of well done to the people of Ilkeston and Derbyshire on a wider basis.
For more information on this case, visit our website www.derbyshirelive.co.uk.